What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity and C, and you are joining me for the official recap of WWE Royal Rumble 2025 live in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we had a huge night filled with some surprises, some returns, but overall, it was a decent Royal Rumble. A lot of people are calling it the best Royal Rumble ever. I don't know if I would say it was the best one, but definitely the matches lived up to the hype, and there were some moments that were better than others. But all in all, I give this Royal Rumble a 7 out of 10. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible, but it was a decent show. There was over 65,000 people there. It was a stadium. It was huge. And as Stephanie McMahon came out to kick us off for the Royal Rumble, it was nice to see Stephanie McMahon. I'm a big Stephanie fan, so I was happy to see her come out when she's smiling. She turns to the fans. She loves this shit. She's such a piece of shit. I love it. Our first match of the night is the Women's Royal Rumble match. The first two participants are Io Sky and Liv Morgan. Those two have a huge rivalry the past couple of months, so they start off the Rumble. We then see Roxanne Perez come out, and she's in the Rumble for a long time. And then some of the surprises, the women that I was happy to see, we got to see some NXT girls, Jada Parker. We saw Stephanie Vacker, NXT Women's Champion Julia. We saw Chelsea Green and Lyra Valkyria, the United States Women's Champion and the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And then some people that we got to see that I was happy to see. We saw the return of Alexa Bliss. The whole stadium went crazy when she came out. I was not expecting her to show up. There were like talks on the internet that she wasn't going to show up, and that just shows you how much you need to listen to the internet. Don't believe anything the internet says. Just watch the show, have fun, don't get spoiled. It's just such a fun moment when you see a live reaction. And that was a moment that I wasn't feeling well this past weekend. And seeing Alexa Bliss come out, I just popped right up out of my bed. I was like, Alexa Bliss, yes. So I was so happy to see her. She looks great. The crowd is so behind her. We then saw Jordan Grace make her she debuted in the Rumble last year, but I think this is her jump to the WWE. She's no longer a TNA wrestling, so it was great to see Jordan Grace in there. Um, we saw the return of Nikki Bella. It was good to see her. She looked phenomenal in the ring. Uh, Glad that Nikki is back there. But all in all, the winner was the last surprise, which wasn't really a surprise. We knew she was coming. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte is now a two-time Royal Rumble winner. Um, and I think she's the only two-time Royal Rumble winner. She will be going on to WrestleMania to fight for whichever women's championship she wants. Now, she got a decent pop at the Rumble. The next night on Raw wasn't so great for her, but you can't argue that Charlotte Flair is one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, and she definitely deserves a shot in the main event. She hasn't been in WWE for a while. She's been out injured. Now she's back, and let's give her props. Charlotte Flair is the queen, and I was glad to see her win. Although if it was it would have been better if it was a surprise if we didn't know that Charlotte was heading into it. But what were your thoughts on that Rumble match? Did you think Charlotte was the right person to win? Who would you have picked to win this year's Royal Rumble? Let me know in the comments. Next up, we have the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line in a special 2 out of 3 falls match. The champions DIY defend against Motor City Machine Guns. And this is a nice battle where first DIY get the first victory, then the Motor City Machine Guns get the second victory. Great back and forth action. This was a good tag match, but the end comes when the Street Profits come out and attack Motor City Machine Guns, and then they attack DIY. So Machine Guns get the win by disqualification, but the Street Profits, DIY have retained the titles, but the Street Profits have laid claim to those titles, laying out both the DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. I was not expecting to see the Street Profits get involved. I thought this was going to be a clean 4-on-4 tag match, but that was a cool element. I wasn't sure why the Profits were heel or not, but it just seems like they just want the titles and they don't care who they have to get to get them. So cool stuff from the Street Profits. Moving on, the WWE Championship on the line in the ladder match, the winner take all. Kevin Owens has a winged eagle title belt, and Cody Rhodes is defending the WWE Championship. This was a brutal, brutal ladder match. There were some crazy moments throughout the match, but the biggest moment of the night came when Cody Rhodes hit an Alabama slam to Kevin Owens through a ladder. Kevin's head went right through his body, the two. He hit the concrete. It looked devastating. It looked like he was injured. Blood was everywhere. Cody Rhodes was able to get in the ring, grab the belts, and Cody Rhodes gets the victory. After the match, Sami Zayn came out to check on Kevin, and it looks like this friendship matters a lot to Sami. But Cody Rhodes defeats Kevin Owens in a brutal match. Definitely check it out. This was the match of the night for me because of all the chaos. Definitely, Kevin Owens deserves the props. He always delivers when he needs to, and Cody Rhodes is a great WWE champion. What did you think in the match? Did you think it was good? Let me know in the comments. And we've made it to our main event, the 30-man Royal Rumble match. We saw some interesting people show up. We saw Ice Show Speed have to compete in this match after Akira Tozawa got attacked. Ice Show Speed got taken out by Braun Breaker with a huge spear. During the match, we saw a moment where Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena all face off in the ring. The different generations going at it. And the very beginning of the match, Penta and Rey Mysterio were the first two out. Penta's feet touched the floor, but the refs and WWE decided not to make it look like it did, even though we all saw both of his feet touch the floor. So Penta continued to compete. Um, we saw Logan Paul eliminates CM Punk after CM Punk eliminated Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Rollins gets upset and attacks Roman Reigns and stomps Roman Reigns on the steps. And then we see Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble match, last eliminating John Cena, super kicking John Cena off the apron to the floor. This was not in my playbook to see Jey Uso win. Um, I do think he deserved. I don't know if he deserved it compared to the other guys in the match, but it was a great surprise. Jey Uso has definitely delivered a lot in the past couple of years. He is definitely main event Jey Uso. I definitely yeet for him, but I don't know if he really deserves this more than a CM Punk or Roman Reigns or Seth. I don't know, but I am excited that Jey Uso won. It was surprising. It was different and very good. And that is it for our coverage of the Royal Rumble. It was a good show. A lot of surprises. There were a lot of decent stuff that happened. I'm excited for the fallout as we are definitely on the road to WrestleMania 41 live in Las Vegas. Our next stop will be Elimination Chamber, but along the way we have Raws and SmackDowns to get through. And with that, you can follow us on YouTube to search the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay notified. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.